What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 21. Udinese on the brink of Champions League qualification. Yep, on the back of our win against Bologna, we've gone 5 clear of the old lady with 4 to go. And again, don't forget, because of the head-to-head record, it means that all we need now is 7 points for a possible 12 in our next 4 games. So 2 wins and a draw, that will do it, and top 4 is locked up. Our first game will be in Turin, away against their crosstown rivals Torino, but they played the day before against Salernitana. Should be a banger, to be fair. Before we get to both of those games though, on the first we've got 3 more scouting updates and an academy update as our final scouting of the 9-month mission comes to an end. We're from Italy, our final month. I think because we're doing Italy again for next year, I'm just going to put the 1 in, and that is the one we've been scouting for most of this mission. Vittorio Fiore. We've already got a Fiore out on loan, but 86-92 potential is towards the top end. So yeah, overall's not the best, but the potential is very good. So we'll give him a scholarship and let the rest go. And I accidentally missed out Romania, but from Switzerland, the final month, Luca Müller. Is he going to make it? Is he gonna make it? Oh, Doxy, you've gone soft, mate. You've gone soft. Soft, weak, whatever you like, mate. That's just, oh, come on. That's not how we were doing it. That's not how we're doing it. You've gone soft, mate. But from Romania, I think I'll probably leave everyone in the scouting to be rejected. To be fair, Toma could be alright, but I've been too soft already, man. I've been too soft. So that'll do it then. So let's go through to the third. Just see how Juve got on in a second. I'm pretty sure they would have won that banker at home to Salernitana. And they did indeed. So the gap is 2. But again, we've got the game in hand. So as expected, Juve come through to win. But again, we just need to win 2 of the final 4 and get a draw as well. And we're starting with the final 4 in Turin. It is Torino, and this needs to be a banker. Get the job done. I would even possibly go into second place for this one here. But most crucially, we'll stay 5 clear of Juve with 3 to go. It's still ours to bottle from here, even with Juve trying to put the pressure on. Forza Udinese. I think European football of some kind has actually been confirmed now, but you know, I mentioned in the last episode, it's like, that's a little move there to break away. If we were in Juve's position, I wouldn't be gutted if we miss out on Champions League football. But it's the fact that we're in the position where we're odds on to get it. If that makes sense. So it's like if we were the trailer, if we were the chaser, I wouldn't mind too much if we don't make it. But it's the fact that we are in the top 4, odds on to do it, with destiny in our own hands. That's what will sting if we don't make it. But this season, we've seen some standout players in the team, and this guy has made a massive difference. Coming back from loan in Germany, I didn't loan him out again. I said he's going to start. He's transitioned back from CAM to CM, but taken to life through the middle. Absolutely brilliantly. Georgie with the opener, and the wonder kid gives us the lead. What a baller. Absolute baller. I think that is goal 11 in the Serie this season for Georgie. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. That was me worried about him not being as much of a threat playing deeper. Oh, he just improved his long-range shooting, didn't he? As Xhaka blocks that header, but the shot comes in for... Oh, and Illich. Oh, I thought levelled it in the end, fired it just off target. Still leading by 1, and again, from here on out, 4 to go. If we have 1-0 victories in 3 of these 4 and qualify for the Champions League, I ain't going to mind one bit. Dolly. Oh, brilliantly done. Keep going, keep going. I see. Don't think I don't see you, because I do. And Lorenzo sees you too. But that is absolutely brilliant. When you talk about perfectly weighted, that is perfectly weighted. 1 down, 2 to go. I'm already calling it. This win is in the bag. We've turned up in Turin and making a statement against their cross-town rivals. These points are in the bag. I'm already calling it. So where you going? Great cross to the far post. Oh, Gashi. What a save by our number 1. Fatos with an unorthodox stop, but a stop regardless to keep us still leading by 2. Serena heard me being a bit cocky and said, Doxy boy, calm yourself down, son. There's all afterplay. Flying out the blocks, but we still hold on to that 2-goal lead for now. As that cross is claimed. Well done. Fatos, man. What a... Tell you what, the Super Gash Bros all season long. Absolutely brilliant. I'm loving this. They're both taking different paths, but they're both leading us on the path to the Champions League. This just goes to show, you know, not everyone goes down the same route. As long as you get there, it's the most important thing. What did we say in the last episode? Oh, it's the destination, not the journey. Doesn't matter how you get there. Doesn't matter who takes what route. As long as you get there together. The boys. Jacker, game over. The cheat code! Come on! 1 down, 2 to go. We might not have been playing Juve this afternoon, but we were in their city and made a statement in Turin. Guys, well done for the win yesterday, but we've not only matched your result, we've done even better in terms of scoreline. A 3-0 victory away at Torino, which means that again, 4 points is needed from a possible 9 now available to collect. 1 win and 1 draw, and we are there. We're on the brink. And it's the same scenario as that last game. Juve played the day before, so once again, we'll advance through to our fixture and see if Monza did us a favour or not. They did not. Listen, you don't get many favours in top level football, so I couldn't really expect it. You know, I say this a lot, like, favours, you know, in football from other teams is like inheritance. It's a nice bonus, and it's nice if you're able to get it, but you should never expect it. Just do your job. Following games, Genoa at home. Can relate. Genoa at home. But again, 4 points is all we need. Let's get 3 of those here. Forza Udinese. The last 2 games are difficult ones. You know, we've got Roma and Napoli. Oh, what a ball. I don't particularly want to... Yeah, good save, Fatos. Don't particularly want to go into those games. Possibly still needing a win and a draw as well. I want to make sure that this, which is the easiest of the final 3, with all due respect to Genoa, isn't a game we slip up in. Because if it is, we're going to be feeling a bit of pressure heading into the final 2. Stumbling out the blocks here. Still 0-0. But Genoa making the fast start. And now I think it's going to be... No, it's not. I was going to say it's going to be a free kick, but it's not because Genoa play advantage and Retegay fires it in. And it was coming. The visitors take a surprise lead. Udinese behind. And we were behind against Sassuolo. Oh, and still managed to win, so most important thing is we just stay positive out there. Plenty of time to do the same thing again here. Oh, no, don't go 2 down. Don't. Oh, chaka. Oh, no. Bottling it. Absolutely bottling it. Oh, dear. Oh dear. Prati. Lorenzo. Bro, I need you here. Profundi. Plenty of time. 54 minutes in. And I say this all the time, but like the advantage of conceding early is that the clock is your friend, really. You've got so long to go. And even being 2 down at a break, you still got a whole half. And if that team could score 2 against you in 1 half, why can't you do the same to them in the second? Oh, goodness gracious, Casey. You've got to be stronger than that, son. The problem is that going forward we look good, but defensively very fragile. Georgie tracking back to win that. And what a ball. Oh, mate, he's an absolute baller. When you talk about wonder kids in world football, we've got the Super Gash Bros, and they are both certified wonder kids. Luca going all the way. 20 minutes to find a leveller. Gashi again. Luca puts it wide. Bottled it. Absolutely bottled it. And that is the dagger with the final kick anyway. Gap is going to be 2 with 2 to go. And it's again, destiny is still in our own hands. But this was supposed to be the banker and the easy one of the final 3. Instead, Napoli and Roma the last 2. And we'll probably need at least 1 win. What a lifeline for Juventus. Yeah, maybe there is some pride to come with doing everything yourself, but I'd rather the favour. I'd rather the help. I want help. I don't want to have to do it the hard way. I want help. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Someone please beat Juventus, for goodness sake. Oh, I think the final two are all played at the same time, aren't they? Yeah, they are indeed. So, Juve have still got Palermo away on the final day. And, oh, for goodness, they've got Palermo and Spezia. We're going to need to win at least one of the final two. Solid, let's dive into it. Roma away, heading into this one. They've got nothing to play for. They can't make European football now, so we've got to win at least one of the final two, because surely Juve are going to win back-to-back now. But if we can win here at the Stadio Olimpico, knowing on the final day all we need is a point, that will be a massive bonus. Let's put it right. Big bottle there at home to Genoa. Let's bounce back here away at the Stadio Olimpico. Forza Udinese, it's all on us. Let's get one of those final two wins needed here. It really is mad though. 76 points on the board through 36 games, and it's still, might not be enough for Champions League football. It's incredible, but we talk about it all the time. It's one of the reasons why the Serie A is such a great league. It's so tough. It's so difficult. It's going to be 1-0. Oh, no, 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 no! Sometimes it's just not your day. Oh, I can't believe that! Come on! Keita with a block, wrong foot's Fatos, and he can't scramble it off the line. When things like that happen, I think you just have to accept the gods do not want you to get it. Plenty of time, but what can you do about that, honestly? Oh dear, come on, come on. Again, because of form, I mean, there is no way. Go right, Luca, there we go. Great footwork. Better finish! If we lose back-to-back, there's no way we win the third game. Form, momentum will be totally against us. But Lorenzo says, don't worry, Gaffer, don't worry. Forget the way we conceded that goal. And Mandela, pick yourself up, son. Wasn't your fault. You just tried to do your job, block the shot. Just unlucky, that's all it is. But Luca with the leveller. And now the question is, can we flip this script and get ourselves in front here? So second half underway. Big decision in this second half as well. Do we go for a winner, or do we just try and see out the point? Because again, 4 points needed from a possible 6, and thus one draw in our final 2 games combined with a win will be enough. But that's the big question. Do you just take the point in this game and trust you'll win the final home game of the year, or go on! Yes! Do you go for the win? Knowing on the final game you just need to avoid defeat at home to guarantee it. Lorenzo Luca with the leveller and possibly the winner. Udinese in front. Still to play, corner for Roma. This might be their final good opportunity. Gravenberch, you've got to win that Zamora. Oh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Gashi, just there we go. Coolest man on the pitch, and he's just a boy. But it's not him we have to thank for this win. It's the man at the other end, bagging the brace. In life, you need resilience to be successful, because we're all going to stumble at times. But it's if you can get yourself back on your feet when you've been knocked down, that will be the big indicator as to whether you'll come through with the victory or not. We were behind against Sassuolo 6 games ago. We went on to win it. We were behind in Rome tonight, but we went on to win it. And Udinese are on the brink. And let's just see. Let's just see if Juve did match our results, take us to the final day. Again, they need to win to take us to the final day. But if... Oh, Spezia! 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 Forza Spezia! It's over! Spezia! 18th place! Hell Juventus! Interin! Spezia, I love you! I absolutely love you! Udinese are going to the Champions League. Come on! Well, I thought heading into the final game, oh, Roberto, you're definitely getting the chance to say goodbye to the fans, bro. No problem. It's what you deserve, mate. Honestly, you were so big in season 1. We never use you now because you're down to 69 overall. But don't need to worry about winning this game or even getting a point now. Final game of the season. Inter have been crowned champions. Top 4 is set. I think bottom 3 is confirmed now, despite Spurs getting a point. It's there's nothing to play for. Quite literally, nothing to play for on the final day. So it's party time in Udine. Final game of the season. Roberto's final game as a pro footballer. Napoli at home. I do not care one bit what happens here. Udinese are going to the Champions League. Come on. Oh, Spezia, you absolute dogs. Go on, boys. And don't get me wrong, like, all we need is a point tonight anyway. All we would have needed, I should say, would have been a point tonight anyway, which I feel confident we would have been able to do with a fully strength side out there. But just knowing that there's no pressure at all. It's over. It's done with a game to go. And my mind now has already started thinking about next season's transfer window. You know, I'm already starting to think about moves in the summer and hopefully a good budget to work with too. I'd love it if I could get Pereira a goal in his final game. That's the goal tonight. CL football's wrapped up now, but now I want to see if I can get Pereira a farewell goal as well. As Nunez says, well, forget about that South American getting a farewell goal on the final day. I'll get one for Napoli. Just goes coast to coast and drills at home. The ex-Liverpool man makes it 1-0. It'd be nice not to lose the final home game and actually the final 2 home games of the season, but it is looking that way. I've rotated a lot on my side out there. Oh, Gashi makes an amazing save, and I've just gifted Darwin Núñez a second. No, I haven't. Gashi again. But I don't know if you guys are the same, but on the final day when you've got nothing to play for, sometimes I play players that I'm not going to see again. So I don't think Lovric will return next season. I don't think that Zamora will return next season. I'm not sure about Kouame, and obviously Pereira's retiring, but I've had an absolute shocker out there in this one here. And I'm lucky to still only be down by 1. Had it not been for Fatos, I'll be probably 2 or 3 goals down here. Well, Napoli can have the win on the final day as that confirms it. But what they won't have is what we do, and that is Champions League football. A really disappointing way to end the season, losing back-to-back at home in our final 2 games in Udine, and only having 1 win in 3. But hey, listen, we said this in the last episode, and I'll say it again. It's the destination, not the journey, no matter what anyone tells you. And Udinese's destination is the Champions League. We're heading there for next season. Buzzing. And so as the curtain comes down on the Serie A season, well, I said this is such a competitive league, but it is Inter. We're looking like the best of the bunch right now. Another championship for Inter, finishing 5 clear of Atalanta and Milan in 3rd. We finished in 4th in the end with the league's 2nd best defensive record. Only Inter conceded fewer goals than us, but most importantly, finishing 3 clear of Juventus, who drew back-to-back in the final 2 to get that 4th and final Champions League spot. I can't wait for it. Udinese going to prime time. Juve in 5th, Fiorentina 6th, and Lazio in 7th, with the top 10 wrapped up by Sassuolo, Roma, and Napoli. And as for the bottom 3, well, going down, but going down with a thank you note. Spezia, thank you so much, guys. Relegated alongside Palermo and Cremonese, the bottom 3 in the Serie A this year. As for the Golden Boot, well, that was won by Joshua Zirkzee, finishing 2 clear of Borja Iglesias and Lautaro Martinez, wrapped up the top 3. We did have a man in the top 10. That was Lorenzo Luca, just like last season. 17 goals in 32 games. Hence why Kouame is still on the bench. But Gashi was also in the top 25, man. What a season for Georgie with 11 in 27. Zirkzee also technically won the assist title, but I've said this before, I never know what it's ordered on because Buffon did it in fewer games, so really it should be awarded to Buffon. Luca was only 1 behind as well, alongside Zaccagni too. But Oscar Dorley and Prati were also in the top 10 for us, with Gashi joining in the top 15 as well. And as for the Golden Glove, Jan Sommer did it against Gashi by playing 1 fewer game. The kid so close to his first ever Golden Glove, only missing out by playing 1 more game this year. As for the team of the tournament, well, Jan Sommer winning the Golden Glove was the man between the sticks alongside Federico Di Marco, Presnel Kimpembe, but also the captain, Xhaka, making it once again. I think he's been there every year. And Eborsele as well. You'd love to see that, making the team of the season. I think a little bit kind, but fair enough, we'll take it. The others were Zaccagni, Nezovic, Benessa, Bajrami, and the top 2 of Martinez and Zirkzee. So Borja Iglesias not even making the team of the tournament. Wow. And player of the season going to Lautaro Martinez as well. And as for some other competitions around the world and within Italy as well, in the Coppa Italia we were knocked out by the old lady in the last 16, and to be fair, they might have missed out on the Champions League but did get some silverware. They beat Lazio in the final by 4-2 to win the Coppa Italia this season. And there were 2 Italian teams in European finals this year as well. For the Conference League, it was Napoli who faced Aston Villa, but in the end they came up short, losing to Unai Emery's side by 3-1 in this year's Europa Conference League. As for the Europa League, some massive European sides in the knockout stages here, and in the end it was a big Europa League final too, Manchester United versus Bayern Munich, where the German side in the end ran out comfortable winners. 3-0 in the Europa League final to win this year's Europa League. And as for the Champions League, well, we'll start with the groups and go all the way through, going into the big time for next season, man. I literally cannot wait. At the start of the season, I would have been more than happy going into next year's Conference League. Instead, we're heading to prime time, and I literally cannot wait. Going through the groups, as you can see, heading into the knockout stages as well. Real Madrid knocked out in the last 16 by Arsenal, who were knocked out by Atletico Madrid, but well, we've seen them win it the past 2 years and this year as well. Manchester City, the best team in the world right now, beating Inter in a 5-goal 3-2 thriller to win what would be, carrying on from the start of the save, their 4th straight, I believe, Champions League. They are dominating right now. At least I think they've won all 3. I believe they have. I wish you could just go back and check. EA, come on, how hard would it be to track the past winners of that since the save began? Anyway, didn't win the Premier League. That was Chelsea finishing top of the tree and Man City finishing outside the top 4. So it's a good thing they did win the Champions League to qualify it for next season as well. Standard service in Ligue 1, Paris Saint-Germain finishing 10 clear of AS Monaco to win this year's French top tier. But in the Bundesliga, Bayern might have been champions of the Europa League, but not in Germany. Yep, first time in the save, we've seen it. And like in real life, it was Leverkusen that finished top of the tree in Germany's top tier this season. As for the Serie B, it's an instant return for Lecce and Cagliari, the top 2. But as for the playoffs, that's going to be Hellas Verona, Frosinone, Parma, Como, Venezia and Pisa. Parma, please, can you do it this time, man? I really want to see them make the Serie A for the first time in the save. As for the Eredivisie, PSV finishing 4 clear of AZ Alkmaar and 10 clear of Ajax in 3rd place in the Dutch top tier this season. The Liga Portugal was won by Sporting Lisbon, finishing 7 clear of Porto and a whopping 19 clear of Benfica in 13th place this season. At the end of the first phase in Scotland, it's Rangers finishing 5 clear of Celtic in 2nd. And as I always say, you can't check the second phase, so you just got to assume they went all the way to win it there. And as for La Liga, Barcelona winning the Spanish top tier, 3 clear of Atletico, and Real Madrid with Athletic Bilbao this time being the team in 4th place. And we'll do the final 2 as always, starting with my favourite country on the planet, Turkey. Fenerbahce, back-to-back champions in the save, won it last year, and Mourinho's done it again, finishing 16 clear of Galatasaray. Didn't get off to the best start in the save, and now it's back-to-back league titles in Turkey for Mr. Mourinho. And as for the MLS, it is LAFC and Atlanta United, both top of the table right now. Not both top of the table, they're both the top 2, separated only on goal difference in the MLS, both with 38 points. I said this last season, this is when you know Messi's retired. When Messi's still playing, Inter Miami are pretty much always top when you check the MLS. When he's retired, they're back down to mid-table, right now in 11th place. So that is it for Season 3 as we take one final look at the team. And I have to say, man, this team developed so well. I mean, so well over the course of the year. So many players went up significantly in terms of their overall rating during a season. And it's why I often say this, but when you've got a young team, the side you have at the start of the year is not going to be anywhere near as good as the start you have at the end of the year. Even if you make no signings in January, because the team just developed so well as a group, as a unit, and as individuals as well. Fatos, for example, started off 70 overall. He's now 75 rated, finishing runners-up in the Golden Glove this year. You'll see the same sort of growth from his brother. Xhaka grew a bit as well, as Zamora grew 2 this season. I'd like to keep him for next year, but I guess we'll see. Pongracic went up by, to be fair, only 1, but now 81 overall, making him a really handy centre-half to have. If you look at Xhaka's growth, for example, up 3 to 83 overall. Took a step back in terms of goal scoring this year. 10 goals last season for the cheat code. Not even a third of standard at this year with only three, but hopefully next year he'll start putting the ball in the back of the net from dead ball situations once again. Christensen up 2, not sure he'll return for next season. I'd like him to, but I guess we shall see. Gessan's probably going to go, as is James Abankwah. Didn't play a single minute all season long, the young Irish defender, and he's out of contract at the end of the season, so I'm just going to let him go on a free transfer. Leopold Querfeld up 2, ranked 79 overall. I don't know if he'll be returning for next season. I really like the young Austrian, but there was big interest in the summer from Liverpool, from Napoli. I think there's a good chance he'll be going in the summer transfer window, as Casadei will be returning from Fortuna Düsseldorf. But Ebosele up 3 ratings to 81 overall. I said it when we inherited him. He's the perfect player on that right-hand side in our system, with the energy, decent strength, but rapid pace and great defensive ability, as well as offering something going forward too. I love this guy so much, man. So Festi, he's going nowhere, and I might give him another new contract extension in the summer, even though I gave him one last summer. Oscar Dorley, good little signing from Slavia Prague. May not have grown a rating, but 5 goals and 9 assists in 35. We played him on the left-hand side all season long, and I said it, it's not always about the overall rating of a player. On that left-hand side, he's apparently nowhere near as good as through the middle of the park, but for us, that's where we got the best out of him. Oscar Dorley scored some big goals for us this season. And of course, he'll be staying for next year as well. Mandela Keita, nice little budget buy, up 2 to 81 overall now, and continuing to get better and better as well as he approaches his mid-20s. As for Makumbu, mainly just a bench player coming in for us this season, but still managed to grow our rating and play quite a lot of minutes off the bench with the high stamina. But look at Pratty's growth, up 4 ratings this year to 84 overall. Didn't score a goal, but 8 assists in 35 during his second year for us. Really creative little DLP in this team, and I'm a big fan of this guy as he continues to get better and better. Sorry, I need to take a breather there. Sometimes when I'm like running through the players, it's like, it does take a while to go through the final squad, so I do need to pause every now and then. But as for Roberto Pereira, signs off going down 4 to 69 overall, and calls time, not only on his time with Udinese, but in professional football as well. He's played for a lot of different clubs, Roberto Pereira, Watford, Juventus, but I do feel it's here at Udinese where he's been most loved. He bows out as an Udinese favoured personnel, if you will. Going down 4, did get us a goal in the Coppa Italia, but we'll always be thankful for Roberto's first season. Didn't really do much the next 2, this year and last year, but even so, we'd always thank the club captain, as now Xhaka will take the armband permanently. Lovric didn't score or assist all season long. I'm probably going to let him go in the summer. He's up to 78 overall now, but he wants more game time, and just here he's not going to get it. There's too many players above him right now in the pecking order, including this man, Alexander Pras. Lost his place during the season to Georgi Gashi, but to be fair, I think as a bench player, I'd like to keep him. Brought him in season 1. I do like him. I really do, with a high work rate and high stamina as well. But he needs to embrace a role off the bench. He's not happy about that, but he's not going to be a starter now, especially with some good young midfielders that are currently out on loan, such as this man, Novak, out on loan at Torino right now. Didn't play much this season, but still grew 4, ranked 75 overall. There he is, Georgi Gashi, up 4 to 79 overall. 11 goals in 27 games from central midfield, plus 7 assists as well, looking like Frank Lampard out there, but you love to see it. I was worried he wouldn't be as impactful playing deeper in this team. Oh, I didn't need to worry in the end. This guy scored some beautiful goals as well, including getting 7 assists too. Continues to get better and better. I'm sure he'll retain that potential to be special, and whilst he did sign a new contract in the summer, I might give him yet another one in this summer window as well. He and his bro are absolutely balling out right now in the Serie, and you love to see it. The Wonder Kids, the Super Gash Bros, you love to see it. But as for Profundi, not quite as good as last season, but still was joint top of assists this year. No, he wasn't. He was 1 behind in assists, wasn't he? But 8 goals. Or was he? I can't remember now, but he was in the top 2 anyway. 8 goals in 31 and 12 assists. To be fair, might not have been quite as good as last year, but as a 20-year-old doing this sort of stuff, I mean, you know, it's not bad, let's just say that. Up 3 to 77 overall, and still going to be my starting playmaker for next season. Constantine Franco, look at the growth from this young man, out on loan at Monza right now, at 5 to 74 overall. And as for Mattia De Luca, I do not understand this. I really don't. I've been keeping tabs on him all season long and wondering why he's not growing. He hasn't grown at all. I really don't understand it. We loaned him out to Salernitana. He played all season long, kept them up in the Serie A, scored 7 goals and got 2 assists in the process. He's only 17 and in a remarkable year, he didn't grow a single rating. What? How? I don't understand that. It must be a bug because I have no idea how he didn't grow a single rating. It makes literally no sense at all. That's a brilliant year for a 17-year-old in the top tier. Scratch that. It's an amazing year. How do you not grow a single rating, EA? You know what I said they need to fix the growth system? This is what I'm talking about. Because Makado's grown free, out on loan in Norway right now. At 20 years old, we can't even check his stats. I don't understand it. I really don't. As for Martins, only the 1 goal all season long, and it proved to be a massive one, didn't it? Right towards the end of that game where we won it late, growing a rating to 75 overall. I'm still surprised he hasn't requested a transfer yet, but hey, I'm happy to keep him, man. The young Brazilian. Oman's grown 4 ratings out on loan at Molineux right now under Gary O'Neill, so he's developing really nicely in the English Premier League. Is he back next year? Or is he... Oh no, he's back in next January. Okay, so he'll be back in 6 months' time. And as for Mattia Bianco, he's grown 4 in France. But as for the top 2 strikers, well, Kwame came in. I gave him the number 9. I gave him the crucial squad role. But I lied. He was never going to be a regular starter. Most of his minutes came from the bench, but even so, he's got a hat-trick away against Fiorentina. He got a couple other goals as well. And off the bench, I want to keep him next year as my backup for Lorenzo Luca. I could not have asked for more from my stand-in for the Giant. 5 goals and 4 assists in 24. It doesn't sound great, but again, it's not goals to game. It's goals per 90. This guy played a lot of minutes in garbage time, come off the bench late on in games, and yet he still wasn't that bad in terms of a ratio. He did what I asked of him off the bench, and I'll give the guy credit for that. But as for this man, once again, probably player of the season, 17 goals in 32, my top scorer, but 11 assists as well, up 2 to 80 overall, and still getting better. Call him the Italian Peter Crouch, call him the Giant, call him whatever you want, but what I'm calling him is a Champions League striker because he's fired us there, and he'll still be leading our line next season as well. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A career mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the season finale and season 3 as a whole, then please do drop a like. Myself to you all, have a fantastic day. I will return in the next one with a brand new season. Season 4 beginning at the Blue Energy Stadium, going into the Champions League for the first time ever, and hopefully next year we'll be able to go for our first major as well, because that'll be my target, staying in the Champions League after a league season next year, staying in the top 4, not taking a step back, and trying to get Udinese to a major final, if not the silverware too. Have a fantastic day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode with a summer transfer in the beginning in season 4 very soon.